Hey guys, I'm Sarah Weber, the Brain Cleanup Coach, and this is your 10-minute mindset fix on the resilience of spring. And I'm outside today. I love it. There's still some snow on the ground where I'm at, but it definitely feels like spring today. And I live in the mountains, and when I walk around in the forest, there's some really interesting things popping up out of the ground right now. And it amazes me that these things have been dormant under the several feet of snow that we get here in the mountains that piles up on the ground. And here it is, the temperature's rising, and all of a sudden this life that was underneath the surface of the earth, here it comes again. And to me, it's a brilliant reminder about resiliency. And if you think about the concept of resiliency, it's all about bouncing back, right? That's what we usually think of when we think of something that's resilient. It has the ability to come back, to bounce back from something that perhaps was holding it back or creating an obstacle. And speaking of obstacles, I look around, there's huge tree roots, there's rocks, and yet life will find a way to get around those things, to grow in the cracks. If you think about like one of the most resilient plants on the planet, it seems like is a dandelion. They can grow in these cracks in the sidewalk where there's just a little bit of dirt and like barely any water, and yet still they can grow. And it's a really great metaphor, a really great way to think about resiliency and the amount of resiliency that even we humans are capable of. But looking at the natural world and the way the natural world is resilient, one thing that the plants kind of have on us is that they don't get in their own way with their own mind. Now, one thing we have on plants is that we can dominate them. We can change our environment because of our thinking capacity, because of our intellect. But we can also damage our own resiliency through that thinking capacity, through overthinking something, through our internal self-concepts about our own worth, about our own abilities. Plants just grow. Even if something's in the way, even if they have the tiniest bit of dirt, they're going to try because they're not going to overthink it. There are just processes that are in place for them. But again, we humans, we're pretty good at overthinking things, right? And then we can damage our own resiliency by that. So let's go ahead and get into a meditation. And we're just going to meditate and do a visualization on growth, on being resilient. We'll imagine an obstacle, but imagine growing in spite of that obstacle. Just like the beautiful resiliency of nature in spring, you can just look around you and see it starting to grow and blossom and bloom. We'll take some inspiration from that today. Okay, so let's go ahead and make sure you're comfortable. I'm actually sitting on the huge root of a tree right now with my camera and microphone set up on it. I apologize for any ambient noise. You might hear a dog barking or something else could happen, but that's okay. Just meditate through it. But go ahead and make sure you're comfortable and sitting upright. We're going to start with 3 deep breaths like we always do. In through your nose, breathe out through your mouth slowly. And on the 3rd exhale, we're going to go ahead and close our eyes. All right, so let's begin with that first inhale. In through the nose, slowly out through the mouth. Again. And last one. And on this exhale, let your eyes close. Go ahead and let your attention focus on your body at the moment and just feel the points where your body is coming into contact with something, whether it's your backside against a chair or the floor. Maybe you feel your arms, the pressure of your arms against your legs, your hands in your lap. If you're leaning back against something, you can feel that contact point. Just focus in on those for just a moment. Don't try and change anything. Just notice. And then go ahead and bring your attention to your breath. Notice your chest rising as you inhale, falling as you exhale. Maybe you feel your breath in places other than your chest. Maybe you feel your shoulders rise a bit, your belly move. But task your brain to keep your awareness there on your breath for a moment. And now go ahead and I want you to visualize yourself as a little plant growing out of the ground. It's been a long winter, but you sense the sun and the warmth, and you're ready to break through the surface for another season of growth and blooming. Regeneration. And as you come up to the surface, you notice something in your way. But that's all right, you're a plant. It's not going to stop you, and you're going to feel your way through the ground. And come up in spite of that obstacle, whether it's a rock, a tree limb, some dead growth that had just covered the ground. You've found your way and you're breaking through the surface. And the sun feels incredible, creating reactions that spur your growth on. And up you rise towards the sunshine, towards your ultimate goal of growth and blossoming, pollination, seeding. Your ultimate goal of another glorious season of creation. Now go ahead and bring your attention back to your body. Back to the feeling of your breath, and go ahead and take a deep breath in. Exhale and open your eyes. How was that meditation for you? I liked that visual. It was kind of fun to imagine myself as a plant underground finding its way up. And reminding myself that that resiliency is there for all of us, for everything in nature. You don't have to only follow the examples of people, although there are plenty of resilient people on this planet, and they inspire me every day. But we can also look to the quieter things around us and utilize nature in all its resiliency to inspire us to tap into our own inner resiliency and move past the obstacles in our life. Thank you so much for joining me in this meditation today. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.